Being self-employed brings with it a lot of independence. You get to make your own choices and set your own hours. You work when you want to work. But for better or worse, that independence also means a lot more responsibility. You're operating your own small business, and as a result, you're responsible for your own income taxes in a way most employees aren't. If you've never paid or filed taxes as a small business owner before, there's a lot you should know before you get started. There are numerous ways you can bring down your overall taxable income and increase the money you get to take home. If you're not fully informed on all these possible deductions and credits, you could end up paying way more than you're required. Small business taxes can be extra complicated at times because of how frequently the laws change. The tax code can change significantly from one year to the next, meaning you have to relearn everything all over again. The pandemic generated several short-term stimulus programs that launched, expired, were renewed, and then expired again, just adding to the confusion. In 2017, the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act changed a lot for small businesses. Many deductions and credits were adjusted or removed entirely. Here are a few of the tax deductions that changed or went away because of the TCJA. Personal and dependent exemptions are suspended. The standard deduction was increased significantly. The child tax credit was increased. Deductions for commuting expenses are more limited. Job relocation moving expenses are no longer deductible except for active duty military personnel. Alimony expenses are no longer deductible, and receiving alimony payments no longer counts as taxable income. Another big impact of the TCJA is the qualified business income deduction, and this affects all small businesses where the owner is taxed for business income directly as an individual. Every year, small businesses below a certain level of income can deduct 20% of their qualified business income. QBI refers to your net income, but excludes income related to capital gains, interest, or income earned outside the United States. Here's a quick checklist of 7 valuable tax write-offs you should be sure to include on your small business tax deductions checklist. As a self-employed individual, you have to pay a higher percentage of your income into Social Security and Medicare, for a total of 15.3%. However, you can claim a deduction for half that. 7.65% of your self-employment tax can be claimed as a business expense and not counted for your taxable income. Another big possible source of savings is the home office deduction. However, simply working from home isn't enough to be able to claim this deduction. You must have a dedicated space in your home that is used only for your business, and it has to be a primary site for your work. If you're eligible for this deduction, you can claim a portion of all your home-related costs as business expenses. You can deduct a portion of your rent, mortgage, utilities, and other important home repair costs in proportion to the space of your home office. All of that is in addition to the costs of any office supplies or goods you use exclusively for work. If you're not eligible for health insurance through an employer or a spouse, then you can count your health insurance premiums as a business expense as well. Effectively, you are your own employer paying for your employees' health insurance, so that cost should be paid with pre-tax income. Do you drive a lot explicitly for your business? Commuting costs don't count here, but other work-related travel costs can be deducted, either for a company car or your own personal vehicle. For this deduction, you can either keep a paper trail of all your vehicle expenses, or you can simply track mileage. The IRS will provide a deduction following the standard mileage rate. For 2021 taxes, most businesses can deduct 56 cents per mile traveled for business purposes. How much do you spend on internet and phone bills? These may also be deductible expenses as far as they're used for your home business. For a home office or a personal phone that you also use for business costs, you can deduct a fraction of the total cost based on an estimate of your relative business use. On the other hand, you might have a separate phone used only for work, or even a separate internet subscription. In that case, you can deduct the full cost of those bills as necessary expenses for your business. Under certain specific circumstances, you can deduct all or part of costs related to meals or entertainment purchased as part of your work. If you take clients out for meals or bring food to your workplace to share with others, those costs are 50% deductible. There are also a few meal-related costs that can be fully deducted. To be 100% deductible, it must be food or entertainment provided as part of a party for the entire company at once, or it must be something officially included as compensation for your employees for whatever purpose. Every year, you're permitted to deduct a significant amount of money for payments you make directly into your retirement plan. This allows you to defer paying taxes on that income until you withdraw that money at a later date. It would be a smart idea to max out your deductible retirement contributions before the end of each year, especially if you're likely to find yourself in a higher income tax bracket. As you can see, there's a lot that goes into managing your income tax return as a self-employed person. The taxes themselves can be quite a lot. It takes some work to keep track of all the tools you have at your disposal to reduce your taxable income and keep your final tax bill at a reasonable level. If it all seems overwhelming, or you'd rather not have to relearn the rules every time new legislation changes the tax code, you can hire a tax consultant to help your small business save money. Working with a professional will help the whole process go more smoothly. You'll be able to rest easy knowing you're not leaving potential savings behind. 1-800-ACCOUNTANT has small business experts, CPAs, and tax analysts in every single state, experts in every industry. We're here to help take your mind off the backroom tasks like taxes, accounting, bookkeeping, and payroll so that you can focus on your business. We offer upfront pricing designed to fit into any small business's budget, and it's tax deductible. So reach out today for a free, no obligation tax savings consultation at 1-800-ACCOUNTANT.com.